Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT network, as well as my own channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. This is a show that is everything Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments along with yours in the chat. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in tonight. This is the last Friday. No, not for my show. Last Friday, you'll see that flag hanging up in the background because the Denver Broncos start their season in 2 days, this coming Sunday at Seattle. We'll get into that too as we get into the show. Just want to thank each and every one of you for being in here, like I said, watching wherever you may be. Hope you had a wonderful, wonderful week. If you're in Southern California or anywhere in the southern western hemisphere of the United States, we are baking in excessive heat. It was 111 today in the county that I live in. It's called Riverside County. It's in between. It's triangled in between LA and San Diego, but east of them, about in the middle. This entire area is just inundated with heat. But I hope wherever you guys are, you're a lot cooler than I am. But anyways, not too bad. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend that's coming up as well. Let's get into the overlay of all of the topics. So let's show that right there. There you go. And just for Kamani's sake, if you look at the bottom left of your screen, it says not a Chargers fan. Kamani, he's always busting my chops that I'm a Chargers fan, but that actually started from Mudungus Creevy, and he just taken it on and ridden with it, which is fine. I can deal with it. It's no big deal. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Let's get into the very first topic of the show. And towards the end, right before the very last topic, which is Denver versus Seattle, I've got not one, not even two, 3 jackass of the week, all combined. And they're all NFL related, and they're all for different reasons, obviously. But anyways, we will get into that in a little bit. Let's go to the very first topic, which is the update on the condition of the San Francisco 49ers draft pick, Ricky Purcell. Here it is. This is an update to Ricky Purcell, who was shot last Saturday. Now, if you guys watched my show last Saturday, right in the middle of the show, or Mudungus Creevy chimes in on the chat and says that 49ers draft pick Ricky Purcell was shot in San Francisco. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I mean, this is crazy. Right in the middle. Very true. Here's the update. Purcell, per the San Francisco Police Department, was shot through the chest. Not into the chest, through the chest. They said that the bullet missed extreme vital organs. Well, yeah, like the heart, the lungs, things of that nature, whatever else is in there, main arteries, the spine, missed all of that. Wow, what a very, very fortunate young man that situation was. He was shot in the chest, shot through the chest, I should say, in a robbery attempt over a Rolex watch. Wow, people, I'll tell you what. There was a struggle for the gun, and both Ricky and the suspect were shot. Both parties are stable at a San Francisco General Hospital. That's great news. Not for the guy who tried to steal the Rolex, but for Ricky Purcell, primarily, because he's the victim here. Purcell was headed to a signing event on Gary and Market when the attempted robbery happened. Oh my gosh. He's just going about his business, doing what he was asked to do. Hey, Ricky, man, we'd like to have you in a signing, sign some helmets, sign some footballs, sign some jerseys, whatever. He's going over there. He's thinking, hey, man, this could be a great time. I'm a rookie. This could be awesome. I get to do a signing. Oh, shoot, what's that? Yeah, now you're being attacked. Why? Because some freaking idiot in San Francisco wants your Rolex. Seriously? Really? Okay, let me ask this question, guys. Where was the bodyguard? Where was a bodyguard? If there is a bodyguard, these guys, maybe they don't hire them. I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm just wondering if you're okay. I know you're going to a signing, and I know that people know who you are somehow, some way. Why are you wearing a Rolex? Seriously, why don't you wear a fake or a knockoff or something? So if they steal it, no big deal. But then again, you don't want anybody stealing anything anyways. That's a crime regardless whether it's real or fake. But, I mean, why do these people do elaborate things? I mean, I see baseball players with these chains hanging around their neck. I mean, they're just like gold everywhere, diamonds, whatever. Why? Why are they doing this? I mean, I guess on the baseball field or the football field, if you're wearing jewelry or something, no one's going to rush out of the stands and try and grab it. But when you're going out in public, where the public looks at you as a target, anybody as a target, if you're flashing, hey, I got money, or hey, I got stuff you might want, don't do that. Don't do that. I feel bad for Ricky Purcell. I really do. I wish him all the best in recovery. No doubt about it. But man, I'll tell you what, there are some brazen people out there. Very brazen people out there. All right, let's go to the comments before I go into the second topic. Hey, batting leadoff is D-Rock is in the house. D-Rock says, Big Boss, so what's up, Big D-Rock, man? Nice to have you. G-Money88 batting second. Said, what's up, Bronco Bill? Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you very much. Will you guys be streaming this Sunday for the game? You got it right. When you go to YouTube, G-Money or anybody else out there, G-Money88, when you go to YouTube, type in MHRT, and then all the programs and everything will come up and the schedule, and you'll be able to see it right there. We are doing the game Sunday. It's 1 p.m. Pacific time. So wherever you may be, just look into time zone or whatever as to when the game comes on. And then that's when we'll be on. It's 1 Pacific, 2 Mountain, 3 Central, and 4 Eastern. So there you go, G-Money 8. We will be doing it. And Madungus Creevy chimes in and says, we absolutely will. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. G-Money says, glad to hear it. Thanks as always for a great content. Hey, man, we appreciate it, dude. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, man, for your support and for your for your viewership. Really do appreciate it. Kamani is in the house as my grandpa, Hitman Bill. Yeah, that's me, Hitman Bill. But I will probably be that. No doubt about it. I'll probably be that during the during the season. I mean, why change? I mean, I am what I am, Kamani follows up by saying, I will be ready for another season with Batman and Robin. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Mike's the Batman and I'm the Robin. I'm the tag along guy. I'm the guy who, just part of the show. Part of the show. Just making things fun, making things interesting. All right, let's go to topic number 2. And let me get this transition right, but let me go to topic number 2. Here we go. All right. ESPN says the Broncos are going to have an 8-9 record. Ironically, that's close to what I said. Close to it. I think I said 9-8. I think I said 9-8 if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, that was last week's show. Okay. And we'll revisit that as we get closer to like maybe halfway through the season, see where we are. Anyways, ESPN has come out with its season predictions for all 32 teams regarding their final season record. ESPN has the AFC West as follows. Chiefs, 13-4. Well, they already won last night over Baltimore, so there's one win, 12 more to go. Chiefs, 13-4. Chargers, 9-8. Broncos, 8-9. And the Raiders, 7-10. They also have the Chiefs, and this is interesting. They also have the Chiefs and Lions in the Super Bowl with the Lions beating the Chiefs. I'm not buying either one of those. I'm not buying either one of those. Seriously? Lions in the Super Bowl? I know they got, hang on, guys, hang on. I know they got close last year, and I know they should have beaten the 49ers when they had their foot on their throat, but they let them up. They let them up, and the 49ers came back and won that game. Is Detroit better heading into this year? Possibly, yeah. They learn lessons. They learn what not to do. I just don't see the Lions making the Super Bowl, not because I don't think they're capable. Certainly they are. I just don't. It's very, very hard to repeat. Very hard to repeat even going to the playoffs, even harder getting to the Super Bowl, and even harder than that is winning the Super Bowl. Just look at the Broncos. They went 5 times without winning, or 4 times without winning. 5, I think. 5 without winning. Look at the Vikings. They went 4 times without winning. Look at the pathetic Buffalo. No, I don't mean pathetic, but look at the Buffalo Bills, the sad Buffalo Bills, who went 4 straight and didn't win the Super Bowl. So you talk about how hard it is to win the Super Bowl? Yeah, that's difficult. That's why not a whole lot of teams have ever gone back-to-back, because it's very difficult. Do I see the Lions getting back to the Super Bowl? Possibly. Realistically, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Not because, like I said, not because I don't think they're capable. I just don't think so, because it's that much harder the second time around. And the third time around, Kansas City, it's super hard to get back 3 times in a row. Buffalo did it 4 times. They just didn't win any of them. Very, very sad. All right, let's go back to the comments. Let's see. Okay, G Money 88 says, what's your opinion on the game in Brazil tonight? Also, would you like to see the Broncos play somewhere like Mexico City next year? First, your first comment was the game tonight in Brazil. Isn't that that's Green Bay and is it Green Bay? Who is that tonight? Hang on a second, guys. I don't want to be misguided. I know it's a division game. I'm pretty sure. We'll put it that way. I'm pretty sure. NFL. Let's see real quick, unless somebody chimes in. Oh, yes, I did get it right. Green Bay and Philadelphia. What do I think about the game? Meaning, do I like it to be in Brazil? Well, I mean, anywhere that they play outside the United States, I just want to make sure they're in a safe environment. I mean, there's a lot of places you don't want to go and play a game because it's not a very safe environment, and they can't guarantee in a lot of these places. I'm not saying that Brazil's not that way, because obviously they're not. But I'm just saying that there are, there's precautions to take. And yes, in regards to the location, I think it's great. The NFL wants to broaden its market worldwide. Main reason? Money. If you get more people to buy your brand, whether it be NFL brand or a team brand or anything, they get revenue from that. They want to spread this as wide as they can, because revenue is out there to be had. In regards to the game, Green Bay, Philadelphia, I don't like either team. They're in the NFC, so it really doesn't matter to me. But Philadelphia, I like Philadelphia better than I like Green Bay. I just don't like Green Bay at all. They're in the Minnesota Viking division, and Vikings are my NFC team. So I don't want Green Bay to win. I'd rather have Philadelphia. And so hopefully that answers your question on that one. Would I like to see the Broncos play somewhere like Mexico City next year? I've heard that it's very, very taxing on the players, the coaching staff, the entire organization, to be able to pack up everything, move, time zones, traveling time, jet lag, all of that stuff. And it's very strenuous on the coaches from what I've heard. Now, does that mean I don't want to see them in Mexico City? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in regards to the team and what they have to go through, it is a lot harder than, we hear teams saying all the time that when they got to go from the West Coast to the East Coast, it's difficult. It's also difficult going from the East Coast to the West Coast. So if you're going further than that, which is obviously outside the country, you have to understand that the taxation on the bodies and the minds and the sleep apathy or whatever that these guys don't get is very difficult to come out and play a game at a super high NFL level. That being said, I wouldn't mind them playing in Mexico City. I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, especially with the size of those stadiums. Oh my gosh, they'd have over 100,000 fans. I think it'd be fantastic. NFL loves it. That's why they're doing it. So yeah, I would like to see it. I just don't know if the Broncos organization is going to buy into it because of the issues and the facts that I stated during answering your question. So anyways, thanks a lot, G Money. Really do appreciate it. Excuse me. Wow, where'd that fraud come from? Everybody's chiming in saying Eagles, Packers. Thank you so much. Kamani, Ukraine. No, we can't play in Ukraine, man. I just don't think that would be a smart move. You know what I mean? I don't think that'd be. Now the Chargers can play in Ukraine if they want. I'm all for that. Chargers, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Chargers, anybody. I'm all for that. Just kidding, guys. Don't throw stones at me. I'm just joking. Okay, just joking. It's not something or an area where we would want to play anyways. It's way too far away. Let's see. D-Rock says we are underdogs. Yes, I'm getting that on this very next topic. Boy, man, you must have ESP. You jumped right into that. We are underdogs. Better be behind the trigger rather than in front of the barrel. Great point. Great point. But I still think, I don't know. It's the first game of the season. I know. I said all that last week. I stick by it. I just don't know. I just don't know if the Broncos can pull it off. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's go to that topic that D-Rock mentioned, and that is the Broncos are underdogs. So here we go. All right. Denver Broncos per Vegas and their bookies have listed the Broncos at a 5.5 underdog. 5.5 point underdog. All right. To Seattle. In Seattle. And yes, Seattle has Rockets fans. Bo Nix's very first NFL start, very first game against the number ones, which he didn't really face. Only one series against the Colts. It looked pathetic. It's going to be a test. It's going to be a test of whether he's really ready or whether he's not. And I don't mean that he won't be ready going down the season. What I'm saying is he won't be ready for this game. That's what I'm saying. We will see. Me personally, I don't think the Broncos win this game. Let me continue. And obviously, neither does Vegas. Let me continue. When the Denver Broncos and Bo Nix play Seattle to open the 2024 NFL season, according to Las Vegas bookies, they will be a 5.5 point underdog. According to FanDuel, Denver and Seattle have a 41.5 over-under matchup. Now, that's not a lot of points. 21.5. Somebody gets 17. Somebody gets 14. That's, 31 right there. You're not going to make it. 17, 14 is 31. It's going to have to be in the 20s, like 21-20. And even then you'll lose unless you go under, because then that's only 41 points, not 41.5. Let me continue. Odds makers say if Denver is going to win this game, they will need to control the ball. No kidding. Run down the clock, obviously, and score a 20-17 type of game if all goes well. Whoa. If all goes well, that's the key. If all goes well. I'm not banking that it will. I mean, could Bo Nix throw an interception or two in critical situations? Sure. Could he thread the needle inside a dime size window? Sure he could. Could the Broncos put up 27, 31 points against Seattle? Sure they could. I'm just not buying it. Do I hope the Broncos win? Well, if you want to see me do a Chargers checkdown show, prior to the Broncos Chargers game during the season, sure. If you want to see Madungus Creevy do a Chargers checkdown show solo, which he's never done before, then you'll want the Broncos to lose. So it's your choice, guys. It's your choice. I personally want the Broncos to win. Not that I want to see Madungus Creevy do that. I think that would be hilarious. I think it'd be fantastic. I think the rating would go through the roof. But I'm a Bronco fan. I want the Broncos to win. I just personally don't think they will, because it's on the road, like I stated. Bo Nix's first NFL regulation game that counts, and the crowd noise. I just don't see the Broncos winning that game. Hopefully I'm wrong. But I just don't see it as we sit now, and neither do the Vegas odds makers. So, I mean, that's what I'm going off of, guys. I mean, I thought, I had my prediction they were going to lose long before I saw the odds. Doesn't matter. I still stick by what I say. I don't think Denver wins. And I will give my prediction at the end of the show when I do the Denver versus Seattle week 1 matchup. I will give my prediction what I think the score will be. All right? So stay tuned for that. All right, let's go back to the comments. Let's see. Mark from Georgia, what is up, brother? What is up? Hey, I'm not going to get very political and all this kind of stuff, but I do want to say my condolences and thoughts and prayers go out to those families who lost loved ones at that school shooting just several days ago. Horrible tragedy. My heart goes out to you, Mark, living in Georgia, as well as my sister. But, I know might not have been directly affected, but it's your state, man. And my heart and prayers go out to those families. All right. Mark from Georgia says, hey, Bill, where is the Kelmo Beers cam? Said you have the what? Kelmo Beers cam? I don't recall that. You said I said you had some. Huh? Camouflage? Oh, are you saying camouflage? I have an American one. I think that's what you're talking about. It's over like American Eagle. It's really kind of faded and stuff like that. But yeah, I've got several different. Well, they're can holders, whatever you want to have, Coke, whatever, so it's all good. Let's see. Kamani says Broncos 27, Seahawks 17. Okay, I can see that. If it all works out like that article said, if it all works out, Mark from Georgia says he played against the Washington Huskies. I figured that. And Alabama, and those are tough places to play, Bill. So I think he can handle it. We shall see. Great point. You're probably right. I just think the nerves of Bo Nix are going to kick in. He's got to be excited. He's got to be nervous. I wouldn't doubt one bit if he didn't have 25, 30 people in the stands or up in a suite or something like that watching his very first game. I wouldn't be surprised at all. All of that stuff's going to play an effect. I just hope he can channel it and focus on the game. I'm sure he can. But I'm just saying, nerves, family presence, friends presence, former teammate presence, I don't know. Man, I just hope he can, I just hope he can do it. Let's just say that. Mark from Georgia says, thank you, Bill. That means a lot. Talking about my condolences. It's been hectic in here. I hope I'm saying this right. In Paulding County, Georgia. Thank you, sir. Very welcome, my friend. Very, very welcome. My heart goes out to all the Georgians and the ripple effects that go out throughout the entire state. All right, man. Be good, man. Be good. Prayers and everything to everyone out there in Georgia. All right. Kamai Dixon says, I will make – now he's going to make a bet with me. Kamai says, I will make a bet with you. If the Broncos lose, you can make any video trashing, but if the Broncos win, you have to eat a box of ding-dongs during – oh, my gosh. A box of ding-dongs during the Broncos game. I don't think I can eat 12 ding dongs, dude. That's a lot of sugar. I mean, that's a lot of sugar. How about, let me think about this. How about, I don't know if I want to make a video trashing people, or not, would do people, teams. I don't know if I want to do that. But how about eat a ding dong? For those of you who don't know what that's all about, you're going to have to go back in some of my videos. I believe it was a neighborhood, a Broncos neighborhood. So just check out all the different Broncos neighborhoods. I can't tell you which one it is. I'm going to try and find it so that way I can do a little short and you guys can see it. But anyways, how about a ding dong for every time the Broncos score? So if the score is 41 something, that would be 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 38, 41. That's 7 ding dongs. That's a lot. That's a lot of ding dongs, man. So I don't know. How about we do that? I mean, we'll kick it around. We'll kick it around, Kamani, but it sounds good, man. Sounds good. Mark from George says he's excited, Bill, but he's also calm, cool, collected. He's very poised, so we shall see. Great point. Great point. I mean, he really is talking about Bo Nix. He really is poised. He really is focused. I know. I get that. I'm just saying, somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to lose. And I'm just saying, first game out of the gate, like I said, I hope the Broncos win. I'm pulling for them to win. I want them to win. That's my favorite team. I'm just saying. Just saying. Like I said, guys, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. All right. Mark from Georgia said, you have to take that bet, Bill. I'm going to take it. a box of ding dongs. Holy smokes, dude. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever eaten more than, I don't know. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets. That's the thing. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets. I don't eat ice cream hardly at all. My favorite is, ice cream cone, the kind with the little curl cone, what they call them, sugar cones or whatever. I like those. The ones with the chocolate on top and nuts, those are my favorite. But I don't eat them every day. I don't eat them all the time. Ice cream, not so much. Birthday cake, any kind of cake, no. My favorite, though, is cheesecake. Oh, I will eat cheesecake like nobody's business. Oh, I love cheesecake. Yeah, that's my downfall. When it comes to anything sweet like that, oh, yeah, cheesecake is the bomb. That's the one I'm going for. So, but anything else, ding dongs, Twinkies, candy. I don't even chew gum anymore. No, some people have said I'm not a sweet person. And I said, well, that's, if you're referring to me not eating sweets, yeah. I'm a nice guy. But my dad asked me one time, he says, you want a piece of cake? I said, no, I'm not a sweet guy. He goes, I know, but you want a piece of cake? Anyway, I just threw that in there. Okay. Okay, Kamani comes back and says, okay, a ding-dong a game if the Broncos lose like it. No, not a ding-dong a game, a ding-dong a score. A score. If the Broncos, how are we going to do that? I'll have to do that on my next show or during the show? How are we going to, that would have to be the next game against the Steelers. Okay, so if the Broncos, to take that bet, if the Broncos win, what did he say back here? Let me go back here. Let's see. But if the Broncos win, you have to eat a box of ding dong. Okay. So if the Broncos win, then in the Pittsburgh game during the show, I have to eat a ding dong every time the Broncos score. A touchdown is a ding dong. Field goal is a ding dong. A safety is a ding dong. Okay. So that means, if they're playing Pittsburgh, we could roll up the score. I could be in trouble. I may have to buy 2 boxes. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Okay, come on. That's going to be interesting. Let's see. Mark from Georgia says, and he also talking about Bo Nix, and he also plays well under pressure, and that was pointed out by Cecil Lammy, as well as Andrew Mason has been at practice since day one. So I take the word. I agree. I'm just saying. Don't hold it against me, but just saying This is practice. That was preseason. Let's find out. Hopefully I'm wrong. Let's find out come Sunday. That's all I'm saying. And they also say, meaning the reporters of Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason, they did say that Peyton has got some new plays under his sleeve. They couldn't go into it, but it sounds explosive for the offensive Bo Nix. Wow. That's awesome, dude. That is, I hope that's correct. I really, really hope that's correct. That would be insane. That would absolutely be insane. Kamani says, Bo Nix, Rookie of the Year. I'd have to agree. At this point in time, I'd have to agree. No doubt about it. From what he's done in the preseason. But again, guys, okay, regular season was one thing. Preseason is another. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I'm wrong on a lot of areas. Hopefully I'm wrong on my prediction. Hopefully I'm wrong on the Seattle game. Let's just see what happens. All right, let's go back and let's go to the fourth. Let's go to the fourth topic. And hang on, here we go with the switch. All right, these are number changes that the Broncos players are pervious to now because Bronco players have been released. And obviously they don't have those numbers. Some players have been traded. So let me give you a list of these players. At the end, the last four of them, I'm not liking some of the numbers they have because, in my opinion, those numbers need to be retired. And I've mentioned this many, many times. Numbers need to be retired. You're not going to run out of numbers. People freak out. You're going to run out of numbers. We got 50. You're not going to run out of numbers. You're just not. I mean, if they have to go to triple numbers, what the heck? I mean, referees do it in football. You know, baseball, well, they don't wear numbers, but football players wear triple numbers. Why can't players? NBA players, I mean, NBA refs, I think, have triple numbers, if I'm not mistaken. I know some referees are. What the heck's the problem? I don't get it. I don't understand what the issue is. But anyways, all right, let me get to this topic. With the Broncos letting some players go and others traded means there are some available numbers that players wanted to switch to. Here is the list. David Sills goes from 87 to 13. 13 is my favorite number. I love 13. Why? Because people don't like it. I mean, it's a number. People say, oh, look, unlucky 13. My niece was born on the 13th. She's a wonderful niece. Fantastic niece. And so 13, I just love that number. I just think 13 is cool. Why not? I mean, it's just like any other number. And what cracks me up is when you go in an elevator and they say, what floor are you going to? And you want to say, oh, I'm going to 13th floor. Well, we don't have 13th floor. It's number 14. It's still the freaking 13th floor, you moron. It ain't the 14th. What do you do? Have 12, and then you got a gap, and then you got 4. What the heck? No, I know it's psychological to try and trick people, but it's stupid. Come on, people, open up. Use your head. It's not the 14th floor. It's the 13th. Period. You can't get over it. The only way you can get away from having a 13th floor is only stopping at 12. It's the only way. You can't have a 14th floor unless you have a 13th. All right, I go on. I digress. Sorry, guys. All right. Audric Estime from 39 to 23. Okay. Blake Watson from 43 to 25. Tyler Beatty from 36 to 28. Riley Moss from 37 to 21. Jarrett Stidham from 4 to 8. Baron Browning from 56 to 5. Okay. Now, the last person we had, number 5, obviously not in the Broncos anymore. Okay. Others to where different numbers are, and some of these bother me. Nick Benito, number 15. I cringe at that. Why? Tim Tebow wore number 15. Do I think Tim Tebow's number should be retired? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's Tim Tebow's number. He was the last quarterback to take the Broncos to the playoffs and win a playoff game other than Peyton Manning. Since ever. No drafted quarterback, no Broncos drafted quarterback ever made the playoffs. I know guys are saying, yeah, we made the playoffs with Peyton Manning. We made the playoffs with Brock Osweiler. We did. We drafted Brock Osweiler. He wasn't the starting quarterback in the playoff game, period. Do I think Tim Tebow's number should be retired? Again, I say no. But I also don't think that Nick Bonito should be wearing it, because Nick Bonito hasn't done the accomplishments that a Tim Tebow has, especially in the playoffs, especially getting to the playoffs. Now, Nick Bonito can't single-handedly, nor can any quarterback single-handedly take a team to the Super Bowl. It's a team effort. I get that. But Tim Tebow is the only Broncos quarterback ever drafted to go to the playoffs as a starter and win. Period. Look it up. It's the only one. Let me continue. Devon Valley wears number 17. Okay, that's fine. Kristen Welch is now going to wear 57. Wrong. No, 57 is Tom Jackson's number. Tom Jackson was a fantastic Broncos linebacker. Fantastic linebacker. Amazing guy. Orange Crush guy. Fantastic. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely should be in the Hall of Fame. And is he in the Hall of Tom Jackson? No, I don't think he is. But he should be. And number 57 should not be worn by Kristen Welch, who's a nobody. Who is this guy? I don't know. Not a name, not a household name, that's for sure. He shouldn't be wearing 57 because 57 and Tom Jackson are household names and numbers. You can go to any Bronco fan who knows about the Broncos and say, hey, who's wore number 57? Nobody's saying anybody else but Tom Jackson. Period. Nobody. If you know Broncos history and you know Broncos players and numbers, you obviously know 57 is Tom Jackson. No doubt about it. Nobody else. Not even Kristen Welch. Okay? And the last one is even more upsetting to me. Here it is. Little Jordan Humphrey will now be wearing number 84. Wrong. That number 84 needs to be retired. Why? Because Shannon Sharpe is in the Hall of Fame. His number needs to be retired. I've mentioned this many times, guys. If you're going in the Hall of Fame and you're elected in the Hall of Fame and your bust is in the Hall of Fame and you got that gold jacket, by golly, your number is retired. Retired. Period. End of discussion. Why is your number still in circulation when you're in the Hall of Fame? Why? No need. No need to have it in circulation. Period. Shannon Sharpe's number 84 needs to be hanging on the rafters in the south stands, just like John Elway's number is, just like Floyd Little's number is up there, and same with Frank Tripucka and Peyton Manning's numbers up there. There needs to be a number 84 up there as well. Why is little Jordan Humphrey wearing a legend, Broncos legend, in number 84? Totally wrong, in my opinion. Totally wrong. You guys can disagree. It doesn't matter. You can disagree. We can agree to disagree. Had that conversation with Madungus Creevy earlier. We can agree to disagree. My point is, if you're in the freaking Hall of Fame and you've been placed there by your peers and by your talent and your career, your number needs to be retired. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. No questions asked. That one pisses me off. That one really irritates me, even more than the Tom Jackson one. or even more than Tim Tebow one. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like little Jordan Humphrey. I just don't like him wearing 84 because that's not right. That is not right whatsoever. All right, let's go back to the chat so I can calm down a little bit. Maybe. Okay. Hey. Let's see. Kamani Dixon said he was born on March 13th. There you go. See? 13's a good number, man. I'm telling you, it's a good number. Very good number. I have no problem with 13. I just happen to get on a little soapbox every now and then, or more now than then, and just go off on. Hey, Keith O'Donnell, thank you so much for being in the chat. Nice to have you. Really do appreciate you chiming in. Yeah, Keith says maybe the jersey still has Tebow magic. That's a good point. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. It's not the same jersey design. Maybe it has the same magic, though, like you said, in number 15. So that'd be great. Kamani agrees with me and says number 84 should be retired. How can it not? My question to you guys out there, how is number 84, Shannon Sharp's number, not retired? If he's in the Hall of Fame, what more does he have to do to get it retired? Same with Terrell Davis's number 30. That should never be worn again in Broncos and Bronco team. Ever. Never. Why? He's in the Hall of Fame. John Elway's number's not being worn again. Neither is Peyton Manning's. Neither is Floyd Little. What makes them any different? What makes them any different? I know, guys, Floyd Little's not in the Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter. The Broncos still retired his number. That's how great they thought of Floyd Little. Okay? Number 18, number 44, and number 7 are retired. Why isn't number 30? Why isn't number 84? I don't understand this. I really don't understand why. Are they afraid they're going to run out of numbers? Seriously. You're kidding, right? You're really kidding. There's 99 numbers. You got 53 on the active roster. I know, guys, you've got people in the practice squad. That still doesn't equal 99. Let's say it equals 70. That means you can retire 29 freaking numbers. The Broncos are retired 3. You got 26 more to go, guys. Make it happen. I mean, I'm not asking for 26. I'm asking for 2. 2. Number 30, Terrell Davis. Number 84, Shannon Sharp. That's what I'm asking. What's wrong with that? Huh? Nothing. Nothing is wrong with that. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I agree. D-Rock says, number 84, who's approving this? The locker room should be held accountable. I agree. Why aren't the players saying, hey, no. Why did little Jordan Humphrey even choose 84? He shouldn't even have an option to choose it. They should. I mean, he himself should say, hey, I'm not touching 84, dude. I would love to have it, but I ain't touching that number. That's a Legends number. Number 30, when Caden Stearns was wearing that, Caden Stearns should have said, I can't wear that number. That's Terrell Davis, 2,000-yard rusher, Hall of Fame, the most rushing yards ever by a running back in the playoffs and Super Bowl of rushing every single game over 100 yards. And number 30 is not retired? Not retired. MVP of the league, MVP of the Super Bowl, and his number is not retired. Somebody needs to be held accountable. Somebody needs to say, no, that's not happening. Number 30 is going up on the South stands. Has to. I'm livid about that. I mean, this just gets under my skin. I just don't get it. I don't understand the slap in the face to Terrell Davis and Shannon Sharp for not doing them justice and retiring their numbers. Period. I could go on. I could do a whole hour show on this because it just drives me nuts, guys. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Keith O'Donnell says 88 should be retired as well. I totally agree. I totally agree. Go back to that Tim Tebow playoff game against Pittsburgh, and he runs it into the end zone. And we're talking about, God, why does his name escape me? Come on, guys, help me in the chat. Why does his name escape me? That is crazy. We had two players on the team at the time, number 80 and 88, with the both same last name. I can't think of it. Sorry, guys, but yeah, you're right. It definitely should be retired, no doubt about it. I mean, just to honor his legacy, his short legacy in Denver, but to honor his legacy nonetheless. All right, D-Rock says, I think the bearer of that number approves a certain player to wear it, and after it's been unretired, it's up for grabs. TD allowed Lindsey to wear number 30. True. That's very true. He did allow Lindsey to wear it, but Lindsey's not on the team anymore. So that number should go back into being retired or whatever it was. You know, once it's, I mean, when Peyton Manning retired from the Broncos, that number went back. And yes, his number was attached to it. Terrell Davis's number should go back to being retired. That's right. Demaryius Thomas. Thanks, Keith O'Donnell. I don't know why it escaped me. We had Demaryius Thomas, and we also had Julius Thomas. So I couldn't think of the last name. I could think of the first name. I just couldn't think of the last. Thanks, guys, for being so quick to respond. Really do appreciate it. All right, let's go into the main topic of the show is Patrick Surtain. So let's get to that. Oh, hang on a second. I've been doing this transition. Let's get to that right now. Now, Patrick Surtain has gotten rewarded for his outstanding play as the Broncos' number one cornerback on the team, and if not, very arguably the best cornerback in the entire NFL. The Denver Broncos organization believes he's the best cornerback in the NFL. That's why they gave him this contract. Listen to this, guys. The Denver Broncos and two-time Pro Bowler Patrick Surtain have reached agreement last Wednesday, 2 days ago, on a 4-year, $96 million extension that includes $77.5 million guaranteed, per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Surtain becomes the highest-paid defensive back in NFL history. Congratulations, Patrick Surtain. Congratulations. You deserve it. Why? Because you're an outstanding cornerback. In my opinion, you are the best cornerback in the NFL. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's going to say, we got the best quarterback on our defense. Yeah, well, guess what? Stats prove differently. Look at Surtain's stats. Look at his defense against receptions. Look at his times that the ball's been thrown his direction. Not many times. And when it has, he's been defending them extremely well. Extremely well. Okay? He's a two-time Pro Bowler. Period. Two-time Pro Bowler. You can't take that away from him. He's fantastic cornerback. Congratulations again to Patrick Surtain. Well-deserved. Absolutely well-deserved. No doubt about it. And like I said, in my opinion, you are the greatest cornerback that is in the league. Absolutely, hands down, in the league. All right, let me go back to the comments real quick. Let's see. D-Rock talking about Terrell Davis's jersey, number 30. Says, I agree, it should go back in retirement. No doubt about it. I don't know why it doesn't. I don't know why it wouldn't. I mean, if Kane Stearns isn't there anymore, why is, I mean, not Kane Stearns. Well, he wore it too. But Philip Lindsay. Once Philip Lindsay left, that jersey automatically goes back to retirement. Because Terrell Davis should have a say on who wears his freaking number. Seriously. I mean, again, it's another slap in the face. It is. You know, hey, you said that Philip Lindsay could wear it because he's a running back. Kane Stearns wasn't a running back. Why is he allowed to wear it? It gets me angry. Gets me totally angry. D-Rock follows up by talking about Patrick Surtain, says, show him the money. Oh, yeah, man. $77.5 million guaranteed. Wow. That's a great payday, man. That's a great payday. Show me the money. Yep. I'll tell you what, man. Well, he's earned it. He's earned it. Absolutely 100% earned it. And he signed a 4-year extension. Now, I'm not sure when his original rookie contract is up. Is it up after, let's see, is this his third year or fourth year? He's been to 2 Pro Bowls. I thought he went to 2 in a row right outside the gate. So this could be his third year or his fourth. But either way, 4-year extension, that puts him into 2028. That's fantastic. Fantastic. And I hope we continue to have him long after that, man. Long after that. No doubt about it. All right. We are going to go to, hang on a second. Okay. We are going to go to the next topic. And then I have 3 consecutive jackass of the week. And it starts out with something involving Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And then I got 2 more after that. So let's go to the next topic. And here it is. This is a name change. Now, there's been several name changes with teams to be politically correct, which I disagree with. I totally disagree with. And the main reason is they have that name for a reason. It's not disrespectful. It's not derogatory. And a lot of times it's the people that back it, like the Cleveland Indians. It was the Indians that backed the Cleveland Indians to have that name. They loved it. It was something they could be proud of. Nope. Got to change it. Because a few people got their feelings hurt. Grow up. It's not a slap in the face. It's not a derogatory term. They are American Indians. They are Indians. They were even called themselves Indians. That's why the Cleveland Indians were called Cleveland Indians. Okay? I mean, Minnesota Vikings are the Vikings. They were horrible people. They're still the Vikings. It's because there's a lot of Minnesota people. A lot of Scandinavian people or wherever the Vikings are from originally. They settled in Minnesota. Okay? I mean, they call the New England Patriots. Why? Because they're the Patriots. It's America. It's where the Pilgrims landed. Oh, and met the Indians. Yes, it's true. All right. Other name changes. There's been other name changes, such as the Washington Commanders. They changed it from the Redskins to the Commanders. Here is that article. The Washington Redskins, Commanders fans have close to 140,000 signatures on a petition to change the team's name back to the Redskins. I agree. That's the original name. It's not a derogatory name. It's not. It's what the Indians would call themselves. It's just like the Marines who call themselves leathernecks. That's not derogatory. It's because they're out in the sun and their skin is turning like leather because it's getting sunburned or suntanned or whatever. It's getting fried. I mean, there's a lot of different names. I mean, I've been called a lot of names. I don't take it personal. So what? I got a nickname when I worked in the school district for 28 years. My nickname was Stick. Why? Because I'm thin. I look like a stick compared to some of these bigger guys that I worked with. They called me Stick. And when I talk to some of my former coworkers, they answer the phone. They go, "Hey, Stick, how you doing?" That's my nickname. It always will be when I'm associating myself with those people that I used to work with. And even some people at the golf course call me that because they knew that my nickname, or I told my nickname was that in the school district. So nicknames are nicknames. Don't take it seriously, guys. It's nicknamed for a reason. It's because you're associating it with something or someone. Okay? Listen, let me continue. This is interesting. Many Native American organizations continue to strongly push for the iconic franchise Redskins, Washington, to return to their original name, Redskins. I totally agree. Totally agree. Why change it for a few people? A few people. A little group gets together and goes, "We don't like it. We want it to change." And they put pressure. And they say, "We're not buying the merchandise. And we're not going to the games. And we're boycotting this. And we're boycotting that." Really? Let them boycott. So what? Let them boycott. I guarantee the stadium would still be sold out. Guarantee. Guarantee. Washington Commanders? Seriously? That just looks dumb with a W on the side of the helmet. Really? You can't even come up with a logo? No. Don't come up with a logo because it needs to go back to the original name, Washington Redskins. Hey, they call them the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys were evil. Cowboys were vindictive. They go out there and they would do all kinds of things. They'd do all kinds of bad things. Why isn't that changed? Huh? Why isn't that changed? Because the Cowboys in America don't care. It means nothing. It's not a derogatory name. It's not. They didn't call him any slanderous name. They didn't. But again, got a few people who just got to get their feathers ruffled and decide, you know what? We want to get this changed. We want to get it changed. 140,000 people have signed a petition to change it back. Do I think Washington will do it? No. Why? Because they're scared. They're caving into the minorities. That's what they're doing. They're caving into the minority people. Let me mention this. That stadium does not hold 140,000 people. I guarantee it. But if 140,000 people want the name changed and they do change it, I don't care who boycotts it, whatever. Those 140,000 people that signed that petition to change the name back to Redskins will be in that stadium. Guaranteed. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Because they would have gotten their original name back. They would have gotten success. The majority would have ruled like it's supposed to in this country. But lately it doesn't. Minority rules in this country, and that's not the correct way. If you got 140,000 people saying we want it back, I hope the owner of the Redskins, yes, Redskins, does the right thing and puts the emblem back on their helmet, puts the logo back on their helmet, and the name back on their team. Why change? Why change? They didn't move. They didn't go to, I don't know, they didn't become the North Carolina Commanders. No, they stayed in Washington. Just like the Cleveland Indians stayed in Cleveland. They didn't move. They didn't move like the Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee, became the Tennessee Titans. That's different. That's not the same here. So don't change the name. Put it back to the way it should be. Because Commanders is a really stupid name. All right. Let me go to the comments real quick because I know guys are probably blowing up here. Clayton Huron is in the house. Clayton Huron says, hey, guys. I say, hey, what's up? Clayton, love to have you. As always, he follows up by saying, smash that like button and share, guys. Please hit the thumbs up. Lets everybody know that you like the show. Really do appreciate it. If you look down at the bottom list, in red, it says subscribe. Please subscribe if you have not. Really do appreciate it so very, very much on the MHRT network as well as Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. Thanks, guys. Really do appreciate it. And Clayton follows up also by saying, bow time, my guys, bow time. Absolutely. Not bow tie, bow time. Yes, I do think that Bo Nix can be a fantastic quarterback for the Broncos. Just have a little bit of reservations coming out of the gate at Seattle. That's all. Kamani says, love the show. Thanks, Kamani. Really do appreciate it, man. Hit the thumbs up button. Show me that you like it even more. Really do appreciate it. Clayton, as always, man, you make my day, dude. Says, great way to top off for Friday night. Thanks so much, man. Really, really do appreciate it. As always, really do. All right, guys, as mentioned at the top of the show, I don't have just one. I don't have just two, but I have 3 jackass of the week. So let's get to the very first one. And here it is.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. This is under Travis Kelce, which is the very first jackass of the week. Now, he's not the jackass. Neither is Taylor Swift. But if you read underneath it, it says Sue's PR firm. All right. Listen to this. Here it is. If we, the NFL fans, haven't seen or heard enough of the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce romance, it has taken a different turn per Fox report. Travis Kelce has involved lawyers after a contract allegedly revealing the end date of his relationship with Taylor Swift, which surfaced online this past week. The alleged document from the PR firm implies Kelce and Swift's relationship was fake. Kelce is denying these claims 100%. There you go. Jackass of the Week is a PR firm based in Los Angeles who apparently is fabricating, according to Travis Kelce, is fabricating that their relationship is fake, that it was possibly staged for NFL purposes, and that the romance will effectively be over on September 28th. That's what I've heard. That's what I've read. That, according to Travis Kelce, is a lie. It's fabricated. It's made up. It's not legit. And he's hired lawyers to sue this firm for, I guess, defamation of character. Absolutely. False representation, false comments, whatever the charges may be, whatever they're suing him for. But according to Travis Kelce, this is not fake. Now, Taylor Swift hasn't come out and said anything like it is or isn't. She hasn't said anything in regards to this. This is all from Travis Kelce and his attorneys as relationship to why they are suing this PR firm in Los Angeles. Very interesting for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But in my opinion, the Jackass of the Week number one is the PR firm based in Los Angeles who is either A, fabricating this or it's the truth. But either way, Jackass of the Week to bring this out, either way, to disrupt maybe the Chiefs when it came out, didn't work too well because the Chiefs beat the Ravens last night to kick off the NFL 2024 season. So if that was the objective, didn't work. Whatever the objective is, I don't care. The PR firm is still the first jackass of this week. All right, let's go to jackass number two. We're staying with the Kansas City Chiefs topic before we switch gears and do the third jackass of the week. But this is the second jackass of the week. So let me play that one more time.
You suck, you jackass.
All right, before I get into that, let me go to the comments. Let's see. Clayton Ron says, how about my Brewers? Yes, I know. Your Brewers are doing great. Cubs just can't seem to gain ground on them, and they're not going to catch the Brewers. There's just no way. I don't even think they're going to make the wild card. They lost today, the Yankees 3-1, and I just don't see them making the playoffs. But that's why that flag will be replaced this week, and it won't be up there next Friday when I do my first Broncos breakdown show after the first game of the 2024 NFL Broncos season. That will be replaced with the Denver Broncos flag for sure. Anyways, let's see. Kamani says, after the Broncos beat Seahawks Sunday, it will be ding-dong time for Bill. Oh, boy. Keith O'Donnell says, Travis Kelce could always be jackass of the week. Yeah, you're right. You probably could. No doubt about that. Kamani chimed in on the Yankees beating my Cubs. Says, go Yankees, my team in baseball. Okay, yeah. And, by the way, Kamani, the Chicago Cubs organization did a fantastic tribute to, come on, Bill, come on. Why am I misplacing names today? This is crazy. Broncos first baseman that went to the Yankees. Number 48, he was 44 with the Cubs. Golly, why are these names just escaping me? Anyways, fantastic. Oh, Anthony Rizzo. Fantastic tribute to Anthony Rizzo. He teared up. He soaked it all in. It was first time back to Wrigley Field since he was traded at the trade deadline in 2021. It's not very often that American League teams visit National League teams, but about once every 4 years. So it was great to have Anthony Rizzo back. He went 1 for 3 with a walk. He got a single, and like I said, the Yankees beat the Cubs 3-0. So there you go, Kamani. Very, very well done by the Cubs organization to give that salute to Anthony Rizzo. I thought it was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right. Let's go to the second jackass of the week. And I already played that intro. So let's just get right to this Kansas City Chief jackass. Second jackass of the week. Here it is. Kansas City Chiefs fan, the one who dresses up in a wolf outfit, his name is Xavier Badudar, a.k.a. Chiefsaholic, has been sentenced to 17.5 years in prison without parole and 3 years of supervision for committing a string of armed bank robberies. Hey, come on, man. This is a fan? Armed? Oh, well, there you go. Well, yes, he's been in prison before or has been. The thing of it is now he's got 17.5 years added on for these things that are coming out in regards to how he got all this money. Here we go. Across his Babudar admitted to stealing more than $800,000 in 11 robberies across 7 states and laundering the proceeds through casinos. The document filed last week, prosecutors said Babudar was able to attend Chiefs games because of his 16-month robbery spree, which began in March of 2022. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Really? Wow. Okay. Let me continue. During his sentencing, Babudar apologized to his victims, the Kansas City state, and his mother and brother. As he left the courtroom, he blew a kiss to both of them. Oh, how nice. I love you guys. I'm stupid. I still love you, but I'm an idiot. Yeah, I loved going I wanted to be at every Chiefs game I possibly could, but so I had to steal money. Oh my gosh, dude, really? And the fans loved you, and all the while you knew you were doing it dishonestly? You're attending the games dishonestly? Seriously. And it was okay with you. For 16 months you did this. All right, let me continue. Before being caught, Babudar eluded police for nearly 4 months in 2023 while he robbed banks in Sparks, Nevada, and El Dorado, California. He was arrested in July of that year, 2023. Babudar has been at Leavenworth Federal Prison in Kansas. Good. Make big rocks into little rocks. Great. Stay there. You need to be there. $800,000 in bank robberies. 11 bank robberies across 7 states. Eluded police for 4 months while he can attend Chiefs games. And he dresses up in this suit so nobody knows who he is. And the fans all love him because he's at every Chiefs game and he's a big Chiefaholic. And yeah, dishonestly. Dishonest. Underhanded. Yeah, guess what? I bet you didn't see the game last night in person. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. Because they had you making big rocks into little rocks. You know, Leavenworth Penitentiary is a federal prison. That's hard to get into. hard to get into from my understanding. And to sit there and do this because you have to be at Chiefs games. Now, his attorney says, well, it's a gambling addiction. Maybe. But yeah, they say he laundered it through casinos. I don't quite understand how laundering it through casinos would allow him to go to Chiefs games. I'm not up on gambling because I don't do it. So I'm not pervious to understanding how all this works. But he was going at Chiefs games and just doing completely underhandedly, evil, putting these people that are doing their job at risk, their lives, you know, the trauma that they witnessed. This one lady that they interviewed that was robbed, she was robbed twice by this guy at the same bank. You know, the trauma that she went through, I mean, life lasting. It's life lasting. You don't get that stuff out of your memory. You don't get that trauma out of your memory. All because this freaking idiot wanted to go to Chiefs games. Just couldn't be satisfied staying at home watching them. Oh no, I got to steal $800,000 so I can go to these games. I hope he rots in prison. I really do. I almost said jail, but he's not in jail. He's in prison. Federal prison. Leavenworth. I hope he rots there. Absolutely hope he does. Oh, and he's been ordered to pay back all these millions. I don't think he's going to be able to, but he's been ordered by the judge to pay back all these millions. I don't know how that's happening. Apparently, he's got some memorabilia that I read. He's got a signed picture or painting of Patrick Mahomes signed by him, and he's going to have to sell that. He's got some other merchandise or whatever he's got, and judges ordered him to sell those. Maybe he can pay these back. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, he is where he needs to be. Federal prison in Leavenworth, Kansas. Serves you right, buddy. Talk about jackass of the week. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. No doubt about that. All right. Let me go to the comments real quick before I get to the very last jackass of the week before we wrap it up with the last topic of Denver at Seattle week 1. All right. Let's see. Come on, he says, yes, they're going to be telling him bend over, hut 1, hut 2. Uh-oh. Hike. Holy. Come on, he says, Bill, we're going to send you help. Memory loss is setting in. I know, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, man. I just be crazy today, man. Be crazy. Let's see. Kamai says that Babudar is going to be someone's chief in prison. Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're going to be someone's chief, all right. Who's your daddy? That's what they're going to be saying. Who's your daddy? G-Rock follows up by saying, honestly, it's going to make a good docuseries. Yeah, probably would. I don't know if anybody's going to take him up on it, but not sure. Not sure. All right. So let's go to the last jackass of the week. And let me play that intro real quick before we get to that one. Here it is right now.
You suck, you jackass.
All right. Here it is. Back to the Washington Redskins. Commanders. The Washington Commanders have fired their VP of content for hurtful comments about Roger Goodell and Jerry Jones. I think it's Rael Entine made several comments to a woman he met on a dating app. That's the first thing you don't do is go on a dating app because you never know who's out there. Is it really female? Is it really how they look? Is it really male? Is it really female? Okay, let me continue. He met on a dating app, but she was really an undercover for the media group O'Keefe. The comments to the reporter were, and I quote, this is from N-Team, okay? the former VP of content for the Washington Redskins. I mean Commanders. And I quote, I don't think the commissioner hates gay people or black people, but he is a $50 million puppet. Jerry Jones, who really runs the NFL, according to this guy, I think he hates gay and black people, end quote. Ooh, that's pretty strong. That's pretty strong stuff. Oh, by the way, she recorded these conversations unbeknownst to him, okay? And all this came out this past week. All right, hang on. He went on to say, and I quote, most fans, now he's going to pick on the fans and the player and some players. Most fans are high school educated alcoholics and mouth breathers. Whoa, what does it mean by mouth breathers? Just, that's kind of weird. Anyways, some players are dumb as hell after getting hit in the head too many times, end quote. Wow, hang on. The Washington Commanders released a statement saying, and I quote, the language issued is not our values, so we moved on from NT, end quote. Whoa. I mean, he said some other stuff. I just didn't bring it in because it was pretty down there. But I mean, you don't make these comments. And if he thought he was making these comments to a so-called date or girl that he was interested in, why would you make comments about your job like that or what you do for an organization? I mean, why would these comments even come up? Now, she being a reporter for this O'Keefe paper, whatever it is, maybe she baited him into it. Maybe she said, hey, what do you do for a living? You know, what are you doing? And then if he says, oh, I'm VP of content. Oh, really? What kind of content? And then maybe she baited him. I don't know. It didn't say. But man, you know, I mean, you would think, I would anyways, somebody's starting to hit me along those lines. You know, hey, what do you think about this? I'm going to say, you know what? I can't comment on any of those things. I can't say any of those things. Just, you know, I'm just not going to comment. Just do that. That's what politicians do all the time. I mean, just watch the freaking news right now with these politicians going for president and stuff and what they're saying. They're not saying stuff. They're not commenting on that. No, yeah, I'm not saying. You know, just do what they do. Don't comment. People do it all the time. No, can't comment. I mean, police do it all the time. Somebody said, hey, well, what about this? Can you know, what about this? No, we're still investigating. Can't comment at that time. Can't comment on it. Do it all the time. Not this idiot. Not this jackass of the week. Nope. He goes out there and blurts out all these things that he feels inside to this female who he thinks is a date. Seriously, who does that on a date? Hey, by the way, you know what? I don't like this guy. I think this guy does this. I think this guy does that. Hey, you know what? A lot of players are stupid. A lot of NFL players are stupid, you know, when you get hit in the head so many times, you know, and fans are just, you know, high school educated alcoholics. What the heck? Seriously? Wow. Jerry Jones hates everybody, huh? Wow. Well, that's why you are the third jackass of the week. All right, let's back out of that, and we're going to wrap it up with getting out of the jackass of the week.
You suck, you jackass.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, let's get back to the comments real quick. Let's see. D-Rock says, shout out to high school diploma and absence of sobriety. D-Rock, that's pretty funny, man. That's pretty funny. That's good stuff, dude. Good stuff. Let's see. Kamai says he's stuck on stupid and park on dumb. Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, man. It's just I don't know, crazy, man. It's just, who would do that? Who seriously would do that? Just, I'm on a date. Hey, by the way, you know what I think of this? I've never done that. I've never talked about my feelings about anybody in the school district, if I had any feelings, which I didn't really. Or, you know, I mean, I just don't say stuff like that. I just don't do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Let's get into the very last topic of the show, and let's transition to that right now. All right, the very last topic, as you can see, is Denver versus Seattle, Week 1 matchup. Now, before I get into that, Mundungus Creevy and I will be doing the Broncos Breakdown this Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Mountain, 3 Central, and 4 Eastern. The Broncos-Seattle Seahawks game will be done Broncos neighborhood with myself and Mundungus Creevy. It's going to be a blast, guys. Kick off the season. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope as many of you can be in the chat as possible. Really would appreciate it and like it. It's a fun show. If some of you haven't seen it before, basically what it is, it's kind of like Manning Cast, except we can't show any of the game. But we talk an awful lot about different things, different crazy subjects come up, crazy topics come up. We do talk about the game. We do comment on the game. We do things involve the game. Like we'll play a clip or something of, when the Broncos score, that kind of thing. So just check it out. It's this Sunday. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on what area code you're in. Time zone, whatever time zone you're in, wherever you are in the world, just check us out. And we hope to see you guys this Sunday. All right, getting into the Denver-Seattle game. I mentioned last week in my prediction show, along with my special guest, I thank him once again for Eric Qualls for being on the show. It was great. If you guys didn't see it, go back and check out last week's show. It was fantastic. Eric's got a lot of knowledge, and that's why I brought him on. Really, really great, super guy. So once again, Eric, thanks so much. Really do appreciate it. We talked about the matchup. He picked Seattle to win. I did not. I picked the Broncos, and I stated reasons in depth on that show, and I'll briefly go over them now again, as I did earlier in the show. Main reason, Bo Nix's very first NFL start, Bo Nix's very first NFL game that counts, and very first game where he'll be playing against the number ones throughout the entire game. And it's on the road, and it's in Seattle, where the fans are crazy. Now, I know that there was a comment made earlier. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been D-Rock. I'm not sure. But it alluded to the fact that that Bo Nix played at Washington Huskies, and it's very, very loud there. I agree. It is. That's a college game. He is more comfortable at the college setting because he spent all those games in the college, 64 or 61, one of the two. All those games. He has spent zero in the NFL when it counts. So that right there is why I don't feel the Broncos win this game. However, the only way they're going to win it, like was mentioned earlier, is that they have to control the ball, no doubt, run the clock, no doubt, and they didn't say, but I'll say it, minimum turnovers as in 0, and keep the game manageable. In other words, don't try and be a hero. Try and keep the game at 2017 or 21-17, 21-16, 17-14, that kind of game. You're not gonna blow out the Seahawks. I doubt seriously the Broncos are gonna blow out the Seahawks at all. Now, they can win this game. Yes, it's very winnable. Will they win it? I don't think so, for the reasons I just mentioned. Do I want the Broncos to win? Absolutely. I mentioned that many times. I'm a Broncos fan. Obviously, I'm a Broncos fan. I want the Broncos to win. I'm just not thinking they will. I'm thinking next week when they play the Steelers at home, Bo Nix is going to be more relaxed. He's going to have his home fans behind him. It's going to be quiet when he has the ball, but it's going to be very loud when he has the ball in Seattle. That's the difference. I know, like it was mentioned, that he played in Washington against the Huskies in a very, very loud stadium. Again, to me, that's different. That's college. It's not NFL. It's not the NFL magnitude. It's not the stage he's getting on. He's been on the college stage for years. He's never been on the NFL stage like he's going to face this coming Sunday, 2 days from today. That's why I say the Denver Broncos will lose this game to the Seattle Seahawks. It's not going to be a blowout. It's going to be a close game. But I have the final score, Seattle Seahawks 24, Denver Broncos 20. That's my prediction. That's what I think for week 1 of the NFL season of the Denver Broncos in 2024. Hate to disappoint you guys. That's what I'm saying. 24-20, Seattle in a close game, winnable game, but they come up short by 4 points. All right, let's go back to the comments before we wrap up the show. Kamani says, question, Bill, why is not a Chargers fan Kamani on your page? Mike suggested that. Mike said not a Chargers fan Kamani. He says, because he took out the subscribe thing because it was twice. It was on the left side and right side. Because he said, got to put something on there. I said, I don't know what to say. I don't want to say anything. He goes, I'll put, because Kamani's always telling you that you're a Chargers fan. Tell him I'm not a Chargers fan. So I put it up there. But that's the reason why. Seahawks quarterback, Kamani is Seahawks quarterback. Hang on real quick. Seahawks quarterback is, I know who it is. Come on. Let's see. Who is the Seahawks QB? I know who it is. Geno Smith. It's Geno Smith is the Seahawks quarterback, Kamani. So there you go. Oh my gosh. Kamani says, can't wait for me to eat ding-dongs. Well, I don't know, man. Could be. Kamani says it's going to be Broncos 27, Seahawks 17. Like I said earlier, I could see that happening. I just don't think it's going to be that. I just don't. Keith O'Donnell does agree. Does chime in, said Geno Smith. That's correct. I do have Medicare. Come on, I am on Medicare. He says, Bill, you need Medicare. Broncos 27, Seahawks 23. Oh, okay. All right. Like I said, any of you could be correct. I mean, any given Sunday, any team can win. Just have my reservation. I hope I'm wrong. Like I mentioned earlier, I hope I'm wrong. I just don't think. In my heart of hearts, I just don't think I am. All right. Kamani Father says, who is the Chargers quarterback? Yes, we know it's Herbert, but he's injured now. He's still injured with that plantar fasciitis. So I don't know if he's ready to go week 1. May not be ready to go week 1, which is going to be a good thing because I'll be happy as heck because I don't want the Chargers to win. Period. All right. Let's wrap this show up. Thanks each and every one of you guys for being in the chat. I'm going to go down the list. You guys, each and every Friday, man, or Saturday, depending. I really do appreciate the fact you take the time out. This is an almost approaching an hour and a half show. You guys have been loyal. You guys have been there. You have commented. This show is totally 100% successful because of you guys. That's the only reason. Only reason. And I absolutely tip my hat each and every week, guys, that you take the time out to spend an hour and a half with this crazy 66-year-old Broncos fan who just loves talking about Broncos and talking about sports and, bringing in different topics. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys for being in the chat. Thank you so very, very much. Let's go down the list real quick before we get out of here. Start out with D-Rock in the chat. Thank you so much. G-Money88, Madungus Creevy, thank you as well. Kamani Dixon, thank you, man. Always do appreciate it. Go down. Mark from Georgia, thank you so very, very much for being in the chat. Let me go down the list a little bit more. We have Keith O'Donnell. Thank you so much for your comments. Appreciate it. Continue on down. We got Clayton Haran. Thanks, Clayton. As always appreciated. Each and every one of you guys just means the world, man. Really does mean the world. You guys are the best. I think you know that. I tell you that each and every week. And I can't stress it enough, guys. Without you, this show would be absolutely nothing. You guys are the backbone. This is your show, guys. I'm just here moderating it, so to speak. Thanks again, guys, so very, very much for your time in today's show. Remember, guys, we have shows each and every day of the upcoming week. It will kick off this Sunday with Broncos Neighborhood with Madungus Creevy and myself for Broncos and Seahawks, kicking off the 2024 Broncos season. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not, please do so. It means the world to not only MHRT Network, but to my channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. Thanks, guys, again, so very, very much. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy Broncos football this Sunday, and enjoy Broncos Neighborhood with Madungus Creevy and myself this Sunday, Game 1, 2024 NFL Broncos season. Till this Sunday, I should say. Till this Sunday, guys, and then next Friday, have a fantastic evening. Have a fantastic weekend. We will see you 2 days from now on Sunday, Broncos Neighborhood. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street, bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast's racking up the flame out. So high,